much. Yeah, thanks very much for the invite tonight. Yeah, my name is Tim Gale, the Zero Carbon Cumbria Partnership Manager, and I am hosted by the County Council, and I work with Natalie, who's just presented. So I can't confess to being an expert, far from it, on community action. So I will do my best to make sure that you get a good flavour of what we're trying to do through the partnership, which does contain a lot of experts in this area that's helping us work with communities in new ways. And towards the end of this presentation, I'll give you some contact details for those people that can really help you with your community projects and programmes. So the Zero Carbon Cumbria Partnership is a collection now of over 90 organisations, and that slide just gives you a little flavour of the types of organisations that are part of the partnership, all the way from charity sector, public sector, private sector, you name it. I think they're probably part of the partnership, which is fantastic because we have a huge amount of expertise and knowledge in the partnership now. So a very quick overview of what the partnership is doing. We are driven by a commitment that was first cited in the Cumbria health strategy back in 2019. And as I say, there's 90 organisations have come together around that partnership now to work to a net zero target of 2037. From that, we do have some lottery funded programmes now through the Climate Action Fund that are supporting 16 funded projects that include a lot of programmes that are community driven and community led, looking at things like low carbon food programmes and lots of other programmes that, as I say, are community led, looking at things like waste reduction, and I will tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. But we are looking to influence, we're looking to be advocates across that partnership around climate change, with community action being at the centre of that. And we do have some decision makers around that table, so some of the large organisations that can help us embed the work that we're looking at through the Citizens Jury programme can get reach those leaders of the organisations in Cumbria, both the corporate leaders and the political leaders. So we're feeding into the Cumbria Leaders Board as well. So what did we say in the project proposal to the National Lottery? I think this is really important for us to keep looking at, because this is helping guide our work with communities. It was all about a programme that is by the people, for the people, communities at the centre of the programmes, and creating lasting changes for communities and increasing community empowerment. You can see those words underlined at the bottom of the screen, really important words like increasing influence, sharing learning, looking at new ways of working with councils, public sector, private sector partners to try and take climate change forward. And that's what the partnership's all about. So we're looking at how we can get really strong community involvement in all the elements of the programme that we're looking at. The sector group plans that are looking at transport, waste, housing, energy. We're looking at influencing local authorities, building momentum through training and events, the citizens' juries and assembly work there, you can see on that slide, as well as helping communities influence the development of the partnership itself and the direction that it's taking. So I won't have time to go into this in detail, but just to give you a flavour of where communities might be able to take influence through the partnership process. One is through the oversight and steering group. That really is the place where you can shape the programme, and community groups have a seat on the steering group. Also through those thematic groups that I mentioned around transport and energy, looking at how we can involve communities in shaping those programmes, as well as sharing information, looking for grant funding, community funded projects, and looking for those themes that cut across around how we recover from the pandemic, future of green jobs, and looking at fairness and equality. So these are the people that can really help you, that are part of the partnership and really have expertise in some of the community action that can be taken, really practical stuff to support groups that want to set up community groups looking at climate change, or for other things that might be related to health, well-being and nature conservation and those kind of areas. So I'll make sure these slides get shared, but the key contact is Helen Atwell, who's also part of the partnership. the Cumbria Sustainability Network Coordinator, and Helen looks after the community, the Cumbria Sustainability Network, and will help you all those things that you can see down the side of the page there around looking at community buildings, working with our young people, and directing you towards community grant funding. That is me. I will stop sharing. I think that was about 5 minutes, and apologies for rushing. Thank you.
Thank you so much there, Tim.